Hello, visionary, and happy 2024. Super excited to share with you and connect with each one of you. Really psyched about 2024 and about what's coming and sharing this information with our community and with you. So, as we move into this new year, and as we begin to shift and change and evolve and head towards 2027, there's a lot of things that come forward when we're talking about manifestation. You're looking through maybe Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, and you're seeing all of the New Year's resolutions. You're seeing all of the things to do to have a great year. And if you're like me, you're thinking, will that work for me? I've tried those resolutions before. I've tried this, I've tried that. It's never really worked. That's what we're going to talk about today, the complexity of being human in this day and age and learning how to manifest as yourself in a new way, in a way that may not work for anyone else. So it's not a matter of whether New Year's resolutions work or they don't work. It's a matter of will they work for you? So if you're here live, please say hello. Let me know your type in the chat. If this is the first time you've ever been to one of my lives, please type a 1 in the chat. And if you are listening to the replay, please type in hashtag 2024 because this is all about what's happening this new year and beginning phase of 2024. And how do we really step into it by design? Because that's really what we're here to do. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to check a couple of things here to make sure we're all lined up, everything's working. Hmm. All right. So let me know in the chat. All right. I think we are live. I think everything is working. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So thank you guys for being here live. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Lucille. All right. We got our emotional generator in the house. We got a second. Hey, Shay. Hi, Faith. Hey, Emily. Hey, Kristen. Oh my God. I'm so excited to see you guys. Hey, Emily. Awesome, awesome. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Oh my God. Hey, Kelly. Awesome. So excited to see you guys. Yeah. Awesome. All right. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. We got a lot to chat about. Sorry. Something keeps getting onto my frigging glasses. So I'm going to do my best to read the comments, but I've got a lot to share today. So if I don't get to the comments, I will turn around and read them on the way back. So, all right. How was everybody's New Year's? Did you guys do something fun? All right. So I have a big announcement for you guys today. I have big news. And I have a lot to talk about. So, when we're talking about okay, all right, just been told. Little heads up on my microphone. All right. So, we're talking about today what it means to head into 2024 uniquely as yourself. There are so different things that affect who we are and how we manifest, how we bring in our dreams, how we bring in our visions, how we step forward into the new year. If the secret worked in the way we were told that it worked, we would have only millionaires and billionaires on this call and in our world, because most of you have probably been exposed to manifestation tools, to aligning to the law of attraction, to vibrating at new frequencies based on your thought. And yet, many people are still struggling. Many people are still trying to step forward, trying to manifest something, and it's not your fault. You're doing nothing wrong. I cannot tell you how many clients come to me after being burned by high-end coaching, and I consider myself in the high-end coaching industry. There's nothing wrong with it. High-end coaching works, manifestation works, law of attraction work. Pretty much all of these tools work, but they work for different people in different ways at different times and because of different things. Human beings are complex. We have a lot of different things within us. And in order to really understand these complexities, it's not a matter of you do this or you do that. It's a matter of what do I need to do for myself? How do I understand the dynamic pulls within me? How do I contemplate on a deeper level the many aspects of myself so I can thrive, so I can not just be successful, but I can feel love on a deeper level. I can feel connected. I can feel enthusiasm for life. I can wake up inspired and joyful. Now, some of you might be going through a dark night of the soul. Some of you might be going through challenges. Really, truly, there's nothing wrong with whatever you're experiencing right now. Whatever you're experiencing, even if you're numb, even if you're feeling depressed, even if you're in a multiple six-figure business, but burned out, and you're like, "What do I do next? How do I do something without, like, stressing my shit out to the next level," right? How do I get there without working harder, without sacrificing my integrity to make a 'cause that's what I see a lot of people doing. Gotta get ahead, gotta make it happen, gotta get that win. All the red flags, boom, 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 popping up, and it's like, "Oh, that's okay." And I've been there. I've been there. I've been so driven that I sacrificed my well-being, my health, my friendships, my relationships to get ahead. And I would get there. I would, but I would be burned out, angst-ridden, and I've seen myself at the top of my game, feeling at my lowest. This was back in my 20s, before I even knew about human design, before I knew I was a projector. Now, with every single win, it comes with the depth and slowness and appreciation and an honoring of everything I've been through to get here, all of my losses, and there have been many. I have been I have slept in my car, had nowhere to go. I have been lost and confused in this world. I am not an ordinary person in that I do not have as many skills as a 9 to 5 as some people. So, when I was trying to come up from college and being an artist and trying to create a life, it was not easy for me. I didn't look the one as in like, "Oh, here's this we need a spiritual, creative, someone who's really into woo stuff and channels and all these things for a job." It was never like that for me. And now, in this day and age, there's a lot more room to create a life in a different way. But when I was graduating from college, there wasn't. So I spent a lot of years lost. I wish I had a rags to riches story to share with you, but for me, my life was really more of a roller coaster ride. I had ups, I had downs, I had highs, I had lows, I had roundabouts. I've lived a lot of life, and I've done a lot of different things. And, what's interesting is I've also done my master's degree in spiritual psychology, and that depth of understanding myself is, I think, what created such an epic change with my design when I was brought to human design so quickly. 'Cause I have a lot of people that are like, "Oh, I know my human design. Why isn't it working for me? I'm still struggling. I just got broken up with. I still lost my job. I have this. I'm sleeping on the couch. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." Or the other side of it is I have a lot of success in my business, and I work with a lot of high-end coaches that come to me, and they're trying to get to the next level, and it's like burnout. And so there's all these different pieces. And the question is, why, people look at me and I say everything changed when I learned I was a splenic projector, and that is my absolute truth. But now looking at it, I realize that there's more to it than just that. There's more pieces to the puzzle, you see, because of the amount of work I did on my inner world. So what that means is I don't get stuck in my victim. I don't get stuck in my wounding. I don't get stuck in my past trauma. So an interesting thing that happened when I, um, was at the Joe de Bijou, Bijou. Yes, that she likes to sleep. She likes to sleep in my chair. So hi, guys. So, an interesting story I wanna share with you guys. I think it, was last year, maybe last so I am a student also of Joe Dispenza. I've studied a lot of different technologies, spiritual practices, a lot of different things. But one of the things that I love to do is Joe Dispenza's work. But what's interesting is when I went to one of his workshops, I realized when I was talking about human design and I was talking about, "Oh, what's Joe Dispenza's chart?" We couldn't really figure it out and all these things. I realized that there are a lot of spiritual communities that aren't on board with human design. They're like, people just use that as an excuse to stay stuck. Because when you are trying to live your best life, it's very true that many things will limit you. And Joe Dispenza's work is all about really becoming aware of your limiting beliefs and really becoming aware of how we keep ourselves stuck, really becoming aware of how the mind and the power of the thinking, the power of the thoughts can keep you and create illness in the body. And so it can also create wellness in the body. But most people are spinning out in their minds and in their thoughts so often and so much that human design becomes just another mind candy that they think about. And so it's very, very easy if you're being called to step into a new life. You're being called because you're bored. Things are not working out for you. You know you're born for something more. You know you're born for a bigger mission. You know you're born for something that's more expansive. But you go to do it because you're getting the inner authority that it's yes. You're getting the invitation. You're getting the response. But you go to do it and it's frigging scary at AF. Like, y you don't wanna be seen, or you don't wanna quit your job, or you don't wanna stop taking that money from someone who is supporting you, or you know that if you move forward with that toxic person in that relationship, it's gonna spiral out of control, and yet you do it anyway. You or your mind says, um, you know, don't quit your job because you'll never make it, or you don't have what it takes. But it's so subtle, and it's such a wound, and it's such a deep, dark recess in your past that you don't have the ability to notice that that wounding is keeping you stuck. So instead you say, "Oh, I'm not designed for that. I'm not in the mood. My emotional inner authority is telling me to do something else." Or I'm a projector, so I can't, or whatever it is. You will find an excuse if you allow yourself to stay stuck or stay small, or you will say, "I can't invest in myself right now because I don't have the money." When you know it's time to give yourself what you need, you know it's time to stand up in a bigger game, in a bigger truth, in a bigger vision. So, humans are freaking complicated. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things besides just being in the law of attraction, being in the manifestation. I've had so many people come to me burned from that exact thing, investing in themselves. They put $20,000 onto a program, and they're like, "It wasn't for a projector. It wasn't for me. They told me to do things, and it just burned me out." I can't tell you how many people I've picked up off of the ground from that. How many people have been destroyed by, spiritual teachers online that are running cults, where they're told what to do rather than being inspired to learn how to live as their truth. These are the complications that happen in this world that we live in. So, what I wanna talk to you guys about today is how to manifest for 2024. So if you are here live, I would like you to type in the chat a vision that you have for yourself. Go ahead and allow yourself to dream for a minute. What is it that you're calling in? What do you want to bring in? Do you want to write that book? Do you want to manifest your business? Are you ready to step into multiple six figures as a business owner? Are you wanting to speak on stage? Do you want to awaken your spiritual gifts? That was one of the big things in our poll in our Facebook group was about spiritual gifts, awakening spiritual gifts. So let me know in the comments, and if you're listening to the replay, do the same thing 'cause I wanna hear from you guys. Hi, Andrea. You needed this one today? Oh, so good to see you. So let me know in the chat, what is your big vision for 2024? What are you here to bring forward? What are you here? What do you and maybe for some of you, it's like, I wanna learn my design because I did dedicate time and years to exploring myself, to learning my design. And here's what I have to tell you about that. Learning how to manifest as yourself is complicated. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. I have a business channel within me that can be materialistic and superficial, but my motivation is innocence and my transference is desire. So how do I navigate all of those things within me? That's a dichotomy. That's a dichotomy that needs to be contemplated. Okay, Nikki, become closer with myself and the divine. See, this is a big one. It's like when we start our spiritual awakening, we start kind of connecting in with spirit and we taste those spiritual gifts. It's really the only thing we really want. It's like you have the family, you have your connection, your husband, you have all these amazing things. You're ready for the deepening of the spiritual gifts. I love that. And she wants to help others, and that's the other thing. It's like we see all the pain on the planet. We see things aren't working out. We see people who are struggling, and when you feel your gifts and you feel connected, what do you want to do? You wanna give back. You wanna serve with the knowledge, and I'm learning what I channel. I love that. So powerful, and that's another piece to the human design is once you learn your design and once you learn your motivation and you learn your transference, you begin to click in to what you're here to channel, what's here to come through your vehicle as a passenger, to sit back and appreciate life, love it and let it come in, witness it, and let that channel bring wisdom forward for you and for other people. Andrea, the big vision is to sign up 100 women to my entry program and launch certifications by September. Woo! Love it. Love it. I'm called to start a movement and invite others to chillax. I love that. Spoken from a true projector. Have more fun and create the passive income from digital products to have that. I love it. I love it. It's awesome. All right. So let's see. Cuteness overload. I know Bijou is so cute. Hey, Debbie. Oh my god. I'm so happy you're here. Yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, hold on a second. This is the year of good health. When I'm a better me, I'm better at serving others. I love that. That is so true. Health is the primary important thing for any launch, any stand, anything that's it. happening in our lives, it really is the vibration and the frequency. So, I wanna talk a little bit about the time that we're in. 1/1/2024. So, according to human design, we are in a process right now as the wheel is shifting of actually looking back over 2023, really contemplating what worked for you, contemplating last year, exploring the relationships, what relationships were intimate for you, what you loved, what was challenging, and the rave new year begins January 21st. The rave new year is when we move into the start codon 41. The start codon 41 is the time you begin to manifest. That is the time you begin to manifest your big dreams. It's the time you begin to call in what you are here to bring forward. It is the time in which you begin to awaken what you are here to do this year. The big news, the reason we are talking about this today is because once a year, Davidian and I prepare a time to give back to our community, to give a full 4 days of live events, ignitions, videos, information. Particularly, we like to start for anybody who does not know human design. So a lot of my students, they know the beginning aspects, right? They know their strategy, their inner authority. They've been working on this for a while. They're in my upper division classes. They're doing the 4 radical transformations. They're learning about partnerships. They're learning about the codons. They're learning about motivation and view and all of the things. And then I have a lot of people that are like, "I don't understand my inner authority. I don't understand how to manifest as my type." And so what we try and do once a year is bring forward the tools from human design through the manifestation in a new way so that everybody can begin 24 with a powerful impact. Now, let me tell you what happens when we come together as a community for 4 days and hold the vision for everybody to step up and create something magical. Synchronicities happen, explosions happen. People bring forward so many things in their lives. So much magic is created. This is something that we did last year. I don't wanna say we do it every year because we don't necessarily do it every year, but we are doing it this year. We are doing it differently than we've ever done it before. We are going to be looking at how you manifest, where those places in you get stuck. We're going to be exploring your chart in a brand new way. We're gonna be looking at the money gates and channels. We're gonna be looking at the greatest weaknesses in your chart, and we're gonna be looking at the greatest shadows. Why are shadows important? Well, what happens with the shadow is that whatever it is you wanna create, whether it's spiritual, whether it's, material, whether it's part of your business, whatever it is that you're here to create. If you're getting stuck in the undertows, stuck in the shadows, stuck in the underbelly, then you have a repeat pattern. You have those places where you wanna move forward, but instead you move in a circle, right? You wanna get to the next place, but instead you're spinning out of control. That's when you're stuck in the underbelly and you're stuck in the shadow. So what I'd like to share with you today is that starting on January what's the start date? Let me So the wheel turns on January 21st. We're going to be starting our 4-day challenge on January 22nd. So during these next 3 weeks, we're gonna be doing preparation videos. We hope everybody jumps into the Facebook group, the Spiritualized Entrepreneurs. I am going to give you a link right now where you can join us. We're going to do an entirely free 4 days of the Big Vision. If you've done it before, which a lot of you have, this one is going to be entirely new because we are doing the money gates and channels. The money gates and channels are gonna help everybody through whatever it is that you're manifesting, along with the shadow aspects of your chart. This is our gift to give back to the community. We hope that everyone in the community feels the excitement and enthusiasm because it's gonna freaking rock! So, please type in the chat if you like the link. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the link, and then you do need to sign up for it because we have a workbook. We have a lot of things available for you, once you sign in, and again, this is entirely free for our community. Now once you opt in, an error occurred. Oh, no. Why did an error occur? Okay. So once you opt in, I'm going to play for you guys the new commercial for our event. I'm super excited about it. So, let me add this to the stage. Ah! I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. It's possible. Shoot. Hold on a second. Darn, darn it. Just didn't know if I can hear it. Okay. Well, this is good. This is a little build up. Okay. Hold on a second, you guys. All right, here. Yeah. I'm losing you guys. Keeps muting me. Okay, there we go. All right, let me start over. The Big Vision and Vision, it's 4 days. It's going to be thank you, Emily. It's gonna be super can you guys hear me now? Okay. The commercial's amazing, right? Ah! All right. So it's going to be 4 days of ignitions. We're going to do energy work. We're going to have come together as a community. We're going to begin the process of visioning for the new year. It's going to be an epic experience. It's going to be an opportunity for you guys to learn the money gates and channels. If you've done the Big Vision Envision before, you probably uh know how powerful it was. It's going to be entirely different. Okay. So entirely new energy. Look at different things are to explore where you might be harming yourself, where your past wounding might be keeping you stuck. We're going to be looking at everything. Okay. So when you opt in to the Big Vision Envision, okay, I do want to let you guys know that there is an offer there for the shadow side of the profile. This is $350. For those of you who want to start kind of exploring these shadow aspects of your profile, we are offering it to anybody for only $98 who is doing the Big Vision and Vision. Many of you that are here have already done this. If you did my last profile class, you may have already done it. So you have the information, but for those of you who are new and you want to take advantage of this offer, I don't know how this is an early bird offer for the shadow side of the profile. It's not going to be in the 4-day challenge because we're doing the money game and we're going to be looking at some of the undefined centers and how those woundings affect your visioning and your moving forward and your ability to manifest. And also, we're going to be really just planting the seeds for 2024. So once you opt in, it takes you to the opportunity to get that course for only $98, only for the people who are in the challenge. Okay. And we're only going to have that price for a short period of time. Now, with that said, I do want to prepare you that this next 3 weeks is not a time to set goals. It's not a time for your, New Year's resolutions. It's not a time to be building, okay? Even though you're gonna see that everywhere and everyone's gonna be talking about New Year's resolutions and everyone's doing all the things around that, according to Human Design, these next 3 weeks are not the time to begin that, okay? So it is the time to kind of allow for the past year to settle in, allow for yourself to do those deep contemplations and to really get ready for January 21st. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about what your goals are. We're going to be asking you questions in the Facebook group. We're going to be kind of getting the pre-party started. So um, So please join us. Mark your calendar. We're going to start January 21st. It's going to be epic. It's going to be so much fun. And we can't wait to see you there. So happy New Year, everybody. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'll see you in the Facebook group where we're going to start the pre party. I love you guys. Happy New Year.